So recently, SmallRig came out with a small 25-watt light called the SmallRig 25W. Yeah, pretty creative. Now, it's pretty clear that this little light is in direct competition with Amaran's very successful ACE 25 light. But the Amaran light is going to cost you $40 more. So in this video, we're going to find out, is this worth $40 more than this? Yeah, well, stick around. Full disclosure, SmallRig did send me this light to review. In fact, they sent me 2 of these lights. They also sent me a 2-pack of these really nice little ball heads that I really like. Yeah, they're all metal and, yeah, very secure. And they threw in this nice little lightweight travel tripod as well. They also sent me $10,000. Okay, I'm just kidding. They didn't send me any money. But, you know, I was really glad to get these items from SmallRig because I'm a pretty big SmallRig fan. I really like their battery solutions. This 99 and this little 50. Yeah, these V-mount batteries, I have, well, 2 of each of these, and they work great. Yeah, I really like SmallRig, so I do go into this with some bias. But I'm also a huge Amaran fan, so I've got a big bias there as well. But even though I have some positive bias for both of these brands, well, I have more bias for you. So I'll tell you the truth about these lights. We'll start our comparison with brightness, and both of these are very, very powerful lights. The SmallRig is more than enough for most of the things you're going to need, but you know what? The Amaran light, it is a little brighter. Here, let's test it. All right, I'll turn the SmallRig up to 100%, and I'll turn on the Amaran to 100%. And yeah, I think you can see right away that this one's a lot brighter. Here, let's measure exactly how much. All right, I'm getting 9,200 lux out of the SmallRig and 14,100 lux out of the Amaran. Oh, and for brightness, Amaran has another trick up its sleeve. It can actually produce more light if you use USB-C rather than the internal battery. Here. Let's use one of these SmallRig batteries, and I'll show you. Yeah, so in boost mode, I'm getting 16,000 lux. Pretty awesome. So what would I pay for a light that is twice as bright? Well, I'd probably pay an extra 10 bucks. Yeah, who wouldn't? But probably more important to how bright your light is how dim can it go? Because I've noticed that in my experience, sometimes you just want to get it down to just a little bit, and some lights just don't go very dim. So let's see how dim they are at 1%. Oh, and in this test, Amaran comes out on top again because the SmallRig only goes down to 840 lux about a foot away, whereas the Amaran, yeah, its 1% is down to 153 lux. And what's that worth to me? Well, probably another 5 bucks. There's nothing more frustrating than trying to dim your light down a little bit more, and you can't. Both of these lights are RGBWW, meaning they have full color, red, green, and blue, but they also have 2 sets of white lights, and those lights are from warm to cold. Now, they both go up to 10,000 Kelvin on the cool side, but on the warm side, the SmallRig goes down 200 degrees Kelvin lower. So 2,500 degrees Kelvin for Amaran and 2,300 Kelvin for SmallRig. So what does that extra 200 degrees Kelvin on the warm side mean to me? Well, nothing. I've never had to go that low, and I don't think I'm ever going to need to. But now let's talk about quality of light. SmallRig boasts a CRI score of 96. Very impressive. While Amaran only does 95 plus. I'm not sure I can tell the difference between 95 plus and 96, but you know what? Let's find out. Okay, according to my meter, I actually got a 96.9. So yeah, better than advertised from the SmallRig. The Amaran, well, it's getting 96.4. All right, so a big win for SmallRig for beating out Amaran on the CRI score. Now, I doubt you'll ever be able to tell a difference, but you know what? Getting a score like this, well, that's pretty impressive. So I'm gonna have to give them something. $2. But now let's talk about the design and the build. Yeah, these are pretty similar products. They have a big, huge magnet on one side, and then it's kind of recessed down here for the fan. And yeah, the SmallRig's just a tiny bit smaller. Now, both of these have a nice color scheme. The Amaran has its on the back, and the SmallRig has its on the top. Not sure which I would like better. Probably depends on how I mounted it. They're both plastic. The Amaran is a little heavier. They both come with a nice dome diffuser that snaps on very nice. Yeah, about the same. As for the magnet, well, the Amaran is pretty strong. It's a little stronger if you go that direction. Actually, yeah, very strong. Let's see how SmallRig's doing. Okay, not nearly as strong. Yeah, that's a problem. What would I pay for a stronger magnet? Well, if I could get a stronger magnet out of the SmallRig, I'd probably pay an extra 10 bucks. Yeah, if you're going to put a magnet on the back, make it a strong one. Hey, if you're enjoying this video and you'd like to help me spread this video to other people, the simplest thing you could do is just click the like button. Yeah, it won't cost you anything. I won't be spamming you. I won't even be coming up in your subscriptions, unless, of course, you want to subscribe, in which case you could do that too. But now I want to talk about the accessories that you can get with these lights. Well, so far as the time of the filming of this video, SmallRig doesn't have any other accessories except for the dome diffuser, which comes with it. Whereas Amaran sells a nice little kit. Now you can buy the Amaran light without the kit, and it just comes in a cardboard box like this that includes the dome diffuser, comes with the USB-C cable. It also comes with a magnetic ACE log mount. And this is great because it just goes on here magnetically and locks in very secure. Yeah, this new little ACE lock is fantastic, and I wish it had it on the SmallRig. Now, to SmallRig's credit, it has a 1/4-20 thread here, but it does have these nice little holes here, which if you have a mount, such as this little battery here, it has these little prongs that stick out so that when you screw it on, then it doesn't twist. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. On the Amaran, you just have a magnetic mount, but if you want to go 1/4-20, it's on the top. But it doesn't have those little holes here. So, yeah, I kind of like that out of the SmallRig. But I also like having this magnetic mount that's included even in the base unit. Yeah, I'm going to have to give that to Amaran as well and throw in another 5 bucks. Oh, but getting back to accessories, Amaran does sell a kit for their light. It costs $26 more, but I think it's well worth it. It comes basically with a nice bag. Yeah, and inside the bag, you get a couple items. You get the hot shoe mount, but you also get this nice little metal tripod with the ACE mount lock built right in. This is really nice, only I will have to admit that I've actually never used it. It just kind of stays in the bag. But someday I'm going to want it, and it's going to be right here. But this is the accessory that I'm really excited about and can't really live without. It's this grid. So with a grid, you can control the light much better, especially if you're going to use this or a hair or rim light. You're going to want to have the grid. Now you can buy the grid for $10 more, but $26 buys you the whole kit. Okay, now while it might seem weird to take away money from something just because you can't buy an accessory and spend more money, but you know what? I really like this egg crate. And so the ability to get it, well, that's worth something to me. And I'd probably save the rest of the money. Yeah, that's how important it is to me. Oh, but by now you might be saying, oh, look at this. Mark made it a tie. How convenient for him. Well, it would be a tie, except for one feature that I didn't mention. And that feature is a complete deal breaker for me. Yeah, and it has to do with the SmallRig. When I turn it on, well, first, it doesn't actually turn on. It just turns this on and says something in Chinese to me, like sucker. Probably means to move some things around and start pushing buttons, something. Oh, there. It finally comes on after you mess with it. But that's not the real problem. I think you can hear the real problem. Yeah. As soon as I turn it on, I start to get this fan noise. Yeah, listen to this. That's a lot of fan noise. Let's compare that to the ACE 25. Yeah, when I turn it on, oh yeah, by the way, it turns on. Then I wait for the fan. Let's turn it all the way up to 100% so that I can get a little fan going. No, I still can't hear the fan. Let's just wait a little bit and see if I can get the fan going. Yeah, I can hear it a little bit. When I hold up to the microphone, yeah, you could probably hear it too. But trust me, there's nothing like this fan. This is very, very loud. Yeah, and it's not even on yet. It just turns on full blast every time you turn the light on. In fact, even before you get the light to turn on. There, got it to turn on. Now, most editing software has a feature that will take out noise, such as a fan like this, and you can do it pretty easily. Here, I'll get it going really loud, and then I'll turn on noise reduction in Final Cut Pro. Yeah, it works pretty well. But it's just one more step and hassle in the editing process, and I'd rather not have it. Plus, in the studio, it's really distracting. Now, as I said before, the ACE 25 also has a fan in it, and yeah, you can hear it when it's at 100%, but if you use it at a lower value, well, the fan goes away. Actually, once you trigger it high, it stays on for a little while until it gets all the way warmed down. But if you use it in low levels, well, there is no fan at all. In fact, it has this great mode called silent mode. So if I go to the menu and select fan, I can switch it from smart fan, that is variable and adjusts, to silent. It just cuts the power down significantly. How much? Here, we'll put it at 100% and I'll tell you. All right, in silent mode, we get the lux down to about 3040 LUTs. Yeah, a lot dimmer, but you know what? Absolutely no fan. Oh, and another thing, the Amaran light has full app control, either on the Amaran app or the Sidus Link. The SmallRig, I couldn't find an app for this. Yeah, so that's probably another deal breaker for me as well. So, you got some work to do, SmallRig. Did I mention that I really like your batteries and other gear? So, unless you're going to be using your light exclusively for photos or for silent film, well, the ACE25 is not only a better light, but it's a better value. Oh, and YouTube thinks that you might enjoy that video right over there where I compare this ACE25 to the double the price MC Pro. Yeah, you might want to check it out. Hey, thanks for stopping by.